ragazzi, io sono Sonia e bentornati su Genshin Impact. Nello scorso episodio abbiamo conosciuto un tirapiedi, diciamo così, dell'abisso che ci ha sfidato e poi è scappato, insomma, prima che riuscissimo a sconfiggerlo. Adesso devo cercare altre tracce lord dell'abisso, quindi intanto devo per forza combattere. Ok, ancora sei vivo. Ok, sì, devo sconfiggerli.
Just now.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that room. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the... But I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do up.
Hyman is getting goosebumps thinking.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our...
Ok, quindi continuiamo la nostra ricerca di altre tracce. Sì, siamo ancora nel periodo di Baizu, però oggi è l'ultimo giorno, ragazzi, quindi spero tanto di riuscire a aprire un ultimo desiderio, già quello giornaliero, diciamo, con le missioni, così l'ho già preso. Sto pregando di finire questa missione, di prendermi altre primogemma per l'ultimo e incrociamo le dita, anche se ormai ci ho perso le speranze. Ho preso un altro personaggio da 4 stelle che già avevo. Dai, che manca poco. Dai, che manca poco. Ce l'abbiamo fatta. Ok. Ci ho messo un botto, ma ce l'ho fatta.
Wow. Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guard seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too.
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago, just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to... Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means... Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago.
Huh? Conria? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that... Oh. Speaking of Conria... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
Io non sto capendo, ve lo giuro. Boh, questo.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your brother from within that meteorite.
It seems your brother woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your brother told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called to...
The destruction of Conria? He said that...
Ah,
That
forse quando abbiamo
destruction you
toccato il
witnessed,
fiore.
that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your brother must have understood this world better than you did, because he woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path.
Oh, Paimon Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Leo. So the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your brother? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Khaenri'ah. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
how could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know.
Ok, io sono sempre più confusa proprio sulla parte della storia, comunque spero che in un momento prima o poi si farà chiarezza. Allora, dobbiamo andare laggiù, forse questo portale ci teletrasporterà un po' più vicini. Eccoci qua.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Khaenri'ah. So, did Khaenri'ah have a
Ah,
lot of
quindi i
ruins
guardiani delle
that
rovine
needed to
vengono
be
da questa
guarded?
città, da
No,
questa nazione.
Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of...
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Khaenri'ah like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling.
After the destruction of Khaenri'ah, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time. They found their way to various ruins across the land.
That sounds so sad. Yeah, Paimon thinks you've been doing a real good job.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Ok, quindi queste guardiani delle rovine in realtà erano dei robot che adesso non hanno più padrone. Eh sì, è abbastanza triste come storia, ma sono pur sempre dei robot comunque.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty.
Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman.
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. Perhaps it really does contain information about...
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
Engulf the faith of the enemy in flame, and bring glory to his highness the
Inghiotti
prince.
il fato del nemico nelle fiamme e dona gloria a sua altezza reale, il nostro principe.
What? Is that what it said?
Loom of Fate initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The key word here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather...
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, Those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to... So, Dane, what message does this talisman...
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin. And I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror, though you may not have been aware of it at the time. You were thwarting an Abyss Order operation.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that... So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though of course, the accuracy of that understanding, only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, they seek. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven is the
eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the...
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue and... Yeah! That tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe...
The cathedral?
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing.
Oh, sto tizio mi incuriosisce troppo, ve lo giuro. Allora, penso sì, dai, che ci possiamo permettere di andare ancora un pochino avanti. Volevo solo vedere quante primo gemme ho. Niente, 84. Non so se ce la faccio in video, aprire un altro. Allora, alla cattedrale. Al solito, ragazzi, se ho qualcosa da dire la dico, ma sto cercando di seguire anch'io la storia. Un po' la stiamo seguendo insieme, quindi se volete commentare o ovviamente chi ancora non ha fatto il gioco, insomma, volete scrivermi le vostre impressioni, così, o chiarimenti quando dico che qualcosa non l'ho capita, sentitevi pure liberi di farlo, Io cerco un po' di seguire la storia, perché se comincio a pensare di dover commentare ogni cosa che dicono, non seguo più la storia e non ha più senso. O faccio una cosa o ne faccio un'altra.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to... But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animo Archon. And actually, the Animo Archon is...
Sì, infatti.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral.
Huh?
Perché?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just...
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever
sì, ha
element
senso.
also meddling in the affairs of the Abyss.
Vabbè, sì, ok. Quindi non dobbiamo assolutamente nominare la cattedrale. Quindi mettiamo lo scotch sulla bocca a Paimon, perché se no va a finire male. Che quella è. Ah, ecco Barbara. È un po' che non ci vediamo.
Honorary Knight. Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the... It seems she hasn't realized it's just... Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller? What's that? Field tiller. What does it do? Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven? Huh?
Statua
You're
del
here to ask
Sette.
about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago. There was indeed once nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven. Of course. Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange story? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside. Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. The Tyrant's Final Fury! Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt. Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying! People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fire. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might... It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you again. I can...
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
E lei avevo preso come personaggio che vi dicevo prima.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas?
No.
As for what purpose, I can't say. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also...
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy. Right. We'll go give Master Jean... Oh, okay. If the honor... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
Sì. Archeon di Nemo penso di stare schiacciando un pisolino in questo momento. Allora, io direi che per questo ci possiamo fermare qua. E direi che nel prossimo andremo ad aiutare Gina, immagino. E spero veramente tanto di riuscire a prendere Baisu, ma non penso, anche se riuscisse a prendere l'ultimo desiderio. Quindi ci vedremo direttamente col prossimo bundle. Ciao a tutti!